And it was an interesting battle in midfield, Glenn, with Bruno Fernandes throwing his fake punches around at James Ward-Prowse. What was all that about? He was definitely rattled.
Well, Fernandes, he seems to think he runs the club and he runs the refereeing and he owns everything, and he throws his arms around all game. You know, he's a horrible player. I would imagine if you're on his team sometimes, because he just seems to be the sort of guy who is always moaning about everything. And that incident with Ward-Prowse was a real nothing. Did someone had a throw in or something? And
Southampton throw in.
Yeah, we had a throw on the halfway line.
Yeah, and he was just trying to sort of get to a space, and Prowse stood in front of him, and then a bit of wrestling goes on, and then he quite clearly throws a punch. Now it's unbelievable that in these days of VAR, the guys at Stockley Park are not going, there might be something you might want to have a look at here. It's unreal that he's got away with it. The referee can't have seen it, because any referee who sees someone throw a punch or a slap or whatever is going to do something about it. So, I mean, I don't know if they look at things retrospectively now in the days of VAR and say, hang on, we've all missed something here. And it's obviously of no use to us if he gets a retrospective ban, but he deserves it. And yeah, it was a strange old thing. I mean, Fernandes, he showed what he can do in the first half. That ball that set up the goal where he took Salisu out the play, you know, with that ball to Rashford, that's a brilliant ball, and that's what he's good at. But it was interesting to see Paul Scholes on BT Sport afterwards highlighting the fact
he wasn't happy, was he, Paul Scholes?
No, he just said he doesn't hold his position, and that's part of the problem that United have got. But that's their problem. Don't care about that. But yeah, it's been good that I wouldn't say we've targeted him, but we've wound him up in both games this season. It was Jack Stevens in the home game, and obviously it was Prowse in this game. But I just think Prowse was closest to him at the time. He seemed to be getting more and more het up as the game went on. But it's, you know, we've criticised us for being too nice in the past, and if you've got a player on the other team that's easy to wind up, then, you know, go and do it. It's part of the game.